Alright, in this next section, I'm going to show you some actual fiddle tunes and playing some of these so you can get an idea of where to put these arpeggios and where I would personally put them myself. Now, there's a cool site that I recently found that I want to show you that is one of the best places I found for backing tracks and playing along with bluegrass backing tracks. So let's go back to the screen and we'll get an idea of this kind of website here. So it's basically freebluegrassbackingtracks.com, and you can see it there, fbbts.com. He's got a whole bunch of different tunes that are old-timey, bluegrass, Celtic, gypsy jazz, a bunch of other things that you can look at. And if you have your own tune that you want to slow down and kind of play along with, it's in a faster speed, you can go to the slow downer and check that out. But we're going to start on bluegrass right now. And we can see a bunch of these bluegrass tunes that he has here. There are pages and pages and pages of them, okay? So we're going to start with one that I particularly like, and it's pretty popular, and it's called Angeline the Baker, okay? So what this jam track is going to do, you can actually play it with or without solos. You can tell it to do the bare bones, but by default it comes with different instrumental solos. It's got a mandolin solo, guitar solo, sometimes it'll have banjo solos maybe, but it's really great practice because it gives you practice on your actual playing, your picking, and your rhythm to play along with. So let's try playing along with Angeline the Baker here, and then we'll do one more and give you a couple examples of arpeggios and how to use them in your own bluegrass playing. So let's start out with Angeline the Baker here, and I'm going to turn it down, but I will actually re-import it so that you can actually hear it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and start playing along with Angeline the Baker. You're going to have a count off here, a little count off, where it's going to click in, and we're going to try to listen to the count off and begin playing along with it. So it's in the key of D. Now this is a good chance too if you want to play drop D. So you can try to practice doing some of that as well. So I will attempt to play this fiddle tune for you and try to throw in as many arpeggios as I can. The first time I'm going to play it kind of straight, and around the time after I think it's the mandolin solo, I'll try to do some fancier arpeggio stuffs. And I may not play the whole song through. I may just be thinking of, okay, arpeggios, let's stop a minute, think about it, and insert one where it would go. I may not play the whole thing. That way I can have a little time to think. And then at the end, we'll just close it out. I think there's maybe a alternate guitar solo that's on the actual site. So let's check it out. going to stop it right there. And as you can see, some of these arpeggios are pretty difficult to try to implement. It just takes a while of practice, and that's one that I didn't get to implement just then, was the Tony Rice lick there. You definitely just want to practice along these tracks, and each time through, you can either slow it down or you can just try to come up with some other lead lines and some licks within this. Now, I tried to go from the C shape, you might have seen that, noticed that, and I tried to go to trying to go once again to the that A shape to the G shape. Okay, so the examples that I've given you at the very beginning of this course, the little exercises, those are really good to start using in songs like this. So if I was playing Angeline the Baker, trying to get back and forth within the context of actual timing to keep you in time, that's really good practice as well. So don't just play the exercises by themselves. Once you get used to that and it starts to become a little boring, try playing alongside a backing track, just like you see here. Now, there was a couple times that I added a chord that wasn't on the sheet. If you'll notice right above the player there's an actual chord progression. Each one of those boxes represents 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the percent sign means repeat previous chord, as it says down here. There's a little bit more instructions right here. So I threw in an A because that's why I'm used to doing it, but it actually says to throw in a G, D, a G, D and G. Now this isn't a slash chord, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's divided. The beats are divided. That measure is divided. So each box is a measure, and if there's a slash there, that's 2 beats on one chord, 2 beats on the other chord to complete the measure. Okay, so that's a really good exercise for you to do, and the cool thing is that you can actually also download these for your own use. There's a little arrow there that allows you to download these, all right?